How did you meet Philippe?
I met him at a conference in Seattle about 2 years ago. There was a conference that was focusing on employee ownership, and he was involved with some companies that have employee ownership. So he was at the conference, and I thought he was really an interesting guy, and I've tried to stay in touch since then.
What brought you to approach him during that conference? What did you hear?
You know, I don't recall now exactly how I was introduced to him. I think there was a mutual acquaintance, a company that was using his services, and I knew the people of that company, and they introduced him. So it was a Seattle area company.
Okay. So when you asked him to give a presentation for your class, what was your class studying at the time?
It was studying techniques for developing a sense of a community in an organization, and also exchanging information. I guess that's the better topic, was techniques for exchanging information really for two purposes. One is for building a sense of community, and the other is for operating the company more effectively so that people can know what's going on and they can then contribute to the success of the company because they're well informed.
Right, I understand. So what did you enjoy most about his presentation?
He was a great presenter. He made it really interesting, really relevant. I think he clearly is very well informed on really current social media and the application of those various kinds of media in creative business situations. And I know my students loved him. I got a lot of feedback afterwards that they thought what he had presented was really interesting and really helpful and really relevant to the class.
Excellent. Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. They enjoyed it very much. It's excellent to hear. Very good. So in light of that presentation that they really enjoyed, what would you say, how did that presentation impact their work since then? Have you seen any changes? Maybe their ideas about social media, anything like that?
Well, for those particular students, most of them have graduated. It was a final term in the MBA program. But I know that a number of them have gone on and working in various companies. There are a group of students that range from people with small startups all the way to people that were, one student is a senior person at Kaiser Permanente Health System, and another one actually the UCSD Health System. So they span quite a wide range of backgrounds and what they're doing, but I think that I've heard comments from a number of them that they were going to be using this information in their workplaces. Also, I will be teaching the same course again this winter quarter, starting at the beginning of next year, and I haven't approached Philippe yet, but I'm planning to ask him if he'll come back and do it once again because it was so successful this last time we did.
Very good. Good. That's so good to hear. Good. Okay. Well, that's all I have for you. Those are the only questions I have. And I'll definitely have more. Perhaps I'll have more questions once once he does another presentation. Perhaps I can come back and ask you questions closer to immediately after he gives the presentation, so I can have more of an idea. I'm really interested in so many different things, was your class mixed of different ages?
Yes, it was a little older group than you'd normally expect, I think, from it's a graduate program, MBA, but still you'd think that people might be in their 20s, but in fact, most of them were in their 30s and even some into their 40s. We had a number of military veterans who had leaving the service. It's not at all unusual for people to spend 20 years in the military and they come out and they're 38 or 40 or 42 years old. So there were some people of that age. So it ran the gamut from mid-20s to mid-40s.
Excellent. Okay. Well, winter quarter, huh? I can't. I wonder. I would like to attend that actually. I live in what is this area called? Coachella Valley. I'm actually about 2 hours away from you. So I'm very interested in attending that with him. I learn more and more every day just by how he challenges me with the job that he's given me. So I find this to be quite fascinating, especially in terms of classes. Do you find that there's there's a gamut of education on social media in terms of, the younger kids who have their phones and the older people who never had cell phones until they were older and obviously they existed?
Right, people didn't grow up with them, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a different, range of experience. As you say, largely tracks the age range. So when I'm dealing with a group that varied from late 20s to late 40s, yeah, you had a different amount of sort of fluency, I guess, in technical products.
Do you find that they educate each other by being in different, having different experiences with technology?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the way I, run the class. It's very much of a discussion-based class, and so people, and I also just always encourage them to share their experiences that are relative to whatever we're talking about. So in this case, there might be, younger students that would kind of translate some of the technical concepts in a way that some of the older students could then pick up.
Right. Okay, fascinating. Okay, great. Yes, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. This is all I needed. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I know you're very busy. Let us know if you need Phil again. I would like to come with him. I would really like to hear more from his presentation.
You're welcome to come, and I'll get you both the dates and when that'll be. I think it'll be in probably mid-March.
Okay, great. Great.
I'll invite you both.
Excellent. Sounds good. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.